Hello everyone. Okay, today I'm going to show you some of my art journals and a little peek inside my art journals. Some of them I have shown you a little bit of before, but this is kind of putting everything together and showing you how far each journal has got. Now I've also done quite a lot of different traveling journals. So there's a lot of my work that I don't actually own that have gone to other people, and I've also got two traveling journals that I'm actually waiting to get back as well. So as soon as I get those back, I'll be able to show you the flip throughs of those. So this is the first one. There is a video on this of my first few pages, so I'm not going to show you the first few pages. It's basically this one, so I'm just flipping through like really quick on these because you've already seen them. It's a shared journal with another teacher. However, we've kind of stopped sharing now, and all the work from now on in is mine. So you've seen all that on another video. If you want to watch that, I will add the video on the link above. Which way is above? That way? Who knows? Anyway, above somewhere. Okay, so these are the pages that you haven't seen. So this was something I did at Pamper and Plan. It's a bit of a Zetty collage. Again, this was at Pamper and Plan, and this was testing out the Dilutions paint and the Dilutions stain. And as a result of that, I did buy one of the stains because, I mean, just look at the colours. They're so vibrant. So yeah, so that was just playing around, and that says step out of your comfort zone and into self-belief, and that says believe. Play your card. I don't really like that page. That was just playing around with some stamps. This one is a page using texture. So I've got sort of raised areas there, and that was using watercolour. That actually was a page that the art teacher did, and she showed me a new technique about using acrylic paint and then dripping water onto it and then wiping the layer away whilst drying in between the paint, and then doing it again and repeating it. I will try and do a video on that at some point. It is a really nice effect that it gives, but I've kind of forgot how to do it, so I will come back to that, and I will definitely do a video on that. Because it is a really cool technique. This was a page for Mrs. Brimble, so I used some of her collage sheets of a girl that Anna drew. So that was the collage sheet there, and then these at the bottom were the collage sheets for her acrylic pour. So then I drew the mermaid tail in because I thought it looked like sea and little rocks and things. So that was one of the pages that I've done. Again, all of the Brimble's posts I've got as blog posts. So again, I will put all those blog posts on the link above. Okay, so this was for one of the challenges at my Facebook group, Kerry May Makes a Mess. So yeah, do go and join the group. Check out the monthly challenges that we do. This one was the February love theme, and you have a series of prompts to do. And that was my page. So that's my brush show. There is a brush show video where I make this page, but that is the finished product with the stamps on top. Again, this one is on a video. This was about creating texture. It wasn't supposed to be ever a finished page. It was just showing you the different techniques of how you can get the texture and layer it. But I actually quite like it. I've gone with the Fleetwood Mac song Go Your Own Way because I've got lots of maps and things on, and I think it does actually look a little bit like a world map, so that's where I went with that. So yeah, these have been posted on my Instagram, but I've not done any posts about them. Excuse me. This was me playing around with some Jane Davenport stamps. And some brush show, so brush show for the hair, and then just having a play. And I really like the pages stand out from the crowd, be unique. I'm just going to do this like that because this is one of my favourite pages that I made, that I created, and I was just testing Jane Davenport paints against the Prima It was the watercolours. So the Jane Davenport ones are up there, and they're from the Brights. And then the Prima Pastels are at the bottom. Now, I do love both, but I just thought that the Jane Davenport came out a little bit more pigmented. So I've got a rainbow is an upside down smile and be a rainbow in someone else's cloud, and a little happy. And I just love that page. I think it's so pretty, and it is a happy, happy page. And that was just as a result of literally going like that. So I did a 1,500 for my Instagram followers, and I've still got something to put up here yet. This was a page I did this morning. It's not finished, it's just a background. I just blobbed some acrylic paint on there, lots of different colours, did a bit of brayer rolling, and then used a kitchen roll to get the texture, and it's only just dried. So I'm going to do something with that, maybe one of my new challenges. So that is my main art journal. Yeah. So this one is my Kerry May Makes challenges, although I don't do all my challenges. It's kind of got a little bit wrong. I started doing them in here, and then I moved to various other books depending on what I was doing. So this was the very first challenge in the group, from using tea bags. So that is actually a tea bag there, and I've painted on that, and I just love this page. I think it's so pretty. That's a tea bag. But it's also got vellum, which I printed a quote on, and another tea bag here, and then just got the inspiration for the colours from there, from the watercolours, and a bit of vintage ephemera. Again, this was another tea bag page. I just tried having a go. I think that was embossing, but it didn't emboss very well on a tea bag. A bit of stamping. Quite like that one, if on its own. I'm not so fond of these. Again, I like these on their own. I don't like how I've grouped them all together. I'm not sure about that page. We'll see. Again, this was just a bit of fun. It wasn't meant to be a serious page. I was just playing around with some new ink that I'd got and some new little flower things. And I was just using them as a mask. So, yeah. And then some of the Mrs. Brimble's things. This was for Mrs. Brimble's. And this is one of my favourite pages. Again, there's a blog post and another video. If you have a look through my videos, you'll find it. And it's using collage sheets, but then painting my own extra bits onto it as well. And I've got the whole process video of how I created that. And I love that page. I love doing Zetty things. This is not finished. This is a napkin that I basically, so the napkin's here. There we go. And I just decoupaged it onto the page, and then sort of scrubbed at it, and then added a bit of paint. So I do need to do something with that. I'm not quite sure what yet. This was that technique I was talking about the dropping the water and the drying the paint and then scraping the layer away and then doing a new layer, and it's staying as a resist. So I will actually do something with that, and I'll do something with that page as well. It was just testing it out, really. Then I've got loads of blank pages for some reason, and then I've got this page, which, again, I've got a video of. It's so sparkly. It's using the Ganzai Tambi watercolours, starry colours, and it's showing you how to do that and how to use the drawing gum. Oh, drawing gum as a resist as well. So that's what that is. This was a winter challenge in the Kerry May Makes a Mess group. Can't quite see it very well here, but it is a tree, big tree, 2 trees in fact, and lots of collage to create the sky and the land. So that was my winter page, and that's it with that journal. So on to the last one. I am talking really quick because I'm aware that sometimes these videos can go on a bit, so I don't like to sit and just chat at you. But do let me know if you like the chatty ones. Do let me know if you don't. I know I'm not going to be able to please everyone. So there's one of the tags from Little Rainbow Moon. I don't know whether I've shown a flip of this. This was my very first art journal. Yeah, that page is rubbish. First page ever. This was my second ever page, and I love it. It's one of my favourites. Again, very Tisha Moore. using things from magazines, collage, and yeah, love it. This was one of my first pages as well. It might even been my first page, this one. Got this idea from Pinterest, a few of my favourite things, all wrote onto a book, and a little drawing of a bird. I don't know why I did a bird. I think I was copying off something that I'd seen. This was some paper from Little Rainbow Moon, and I just had to have a doodle on it because it's so cute. Again, one of my favourite pages here, this Embrace Originality page. From Tisha Moore, Artstronauts, from the collage sheets, because I was a member and I was a subscriber, so I downloaded all of the collage sheets and created this and added my own little bits at the side. And I think I just posted this the other day actually on Instagram. So yeah, do check that out. And then this is another one inspired partly by Tisha Moore, so you can see some bits. And then something that came through the door, a leaflet that I thought I'd use, and I'd do it about the lottery. Again, that was using a napkin, but then I added some doodles onto it, added a little face, and turned it into something quite Zetty-like. And I was just sat watching the telly with my dad when I did that, actually. Quite a while ago, I enjoyed that. Bit of Zentangle stuff. Yeah, just doodling, and I just put zone out because that's kind of what I was doing. One of my favourite pages, my poppies, and the poppies are making me drowsy, Dorothy, and it was inspired by Wizard of Oz because I was directing Wizard of Oz at the time, and I love it. I love the colours. I love how when I wiped it away, it sort of gave that sort of energy to it. Yeah, pretty. Don't like this page at all. I did it as a background. I hate the background, and I thought, what can I do? Stick something over it. I stuck something over it. Let's move on. Not that fond of this page either. Using background. I was just playing around really with the paint, and yep. Don't really like this page either. I kind of love the beginning of this book, hate the ending of this book. It all became an experiment page, and I wanted to use black paint as a base, and I wanted to use creating texture in swirls and sort of yeah, it's a bit dark. This page I love. This was a texture page, so I put lots of things on the page to create texture, and then printed on some vellum, bit of a vintage feel to it. Ignore that. And then here is one of my Mrs. Brimble's pages, creative journaling page, which I love. It's Mrs. Brimble's fox. She drew that, and I printed off this, and then did the background to go with it. So I really like that. That was just testing some pens. So that's going to be, I'm going to stick over that to cover it up. So that is it. They are the journals that I've got. As I said, I do have some more journals that are being passed around at the minute. So as soon as I get those, I will be able to film those as well. So I do hope that you've enjoyed it. Do go back in the video and check out the other videos that I've talked about. And I will tag in the art journal playlist as well at the end of the video. So do subscribe for more updates. And I will see you soon. Bye.